Hey, free spirits. What's up, Dave? Hey, Dave.
Hey.
Just wanted to take you guys for a little ride in our little neck of the woods here in central Alabama. We've got a heat wave going on. Boy, oh boy. So today is we got a heat advisory. And funny thing is, we're on our way to the local Walmart. And so I thought I'd take you guys along. And we're pretty excited because once again we want to add something to our journey of joy and highest excitements and spending more time outdoors and camping and all that. And we've been doing lots more research about coolers. So here we are in the heat wave talking about coolers. So I just want to show you a little bit of our neighborhood here as we head down in our little town. I'll show you a little bit of the ride there. And you know, we've been looking at all the different expensive coolers, cheaper coolers, bigger coolers, smaller coolers, refrigerators options, yeah. And we decided we were going to go give the sky a try. So we are going to go to Walmart and pick up the Lifetime cooler, Lifetime brand cooler. And we want to see if they have the one on wheels. Some people prefer the wheels, some people do not. And we've seen a lot of good stuff for the price for this cooler. And for the price points and the ice longevity and all the tests everybody does. And really our biggest test, really what we want to know, hi Dave, is the spill test, leak test.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of different reviews and a lot of opinions and a lot of comparisons. We like the idea of having it on wheels because we're going to have the trailer and we're going to want to be able to move it in and out, not like beating it up a lot, but we do want to be able to roll it around fairly easily, and we need a big enough cooler so we could not only store stuff for ourselves and beer, but the puppy food has to be kept cool. And one of the big things is that I found with coolers that are on wheels is if it doesn't seal properly, when you go to move the cooler, you lift up the handle, and now the whole cooler's at a pretty steep angle, and I'm 6 foot tall, so you know the angle for me picking it up and pulling it is more if it's because I'm taller. They almost all have leaked out of the top.
Like even the most expensive ones.
So it turns out that's actually a common thing. So in the idea that, let's say we want to go someplace and camp for a couple of days and then pick up and go to the next place, maybe, you know, boondocking or things along that nature, we don't want to empty our cooler and have to go find ice to go from one place to another. And the idea of rolling the cooler into the trailer or the back of the truck.
We have the ramp door in case we have
a ramp door. Yeah. But now we have a cooler that's gonna splish and splash, and we need the water that melted already to stay in there to keep it cool. And the idea that even these $400, $500 coolers can't hold water,
that they don't seal. I'm shocked.
I'm pretty shocked.
So we were like, wow, and the idea that in all the reviews that we've been seeing that this brand, the Lifetime brand, seems to not leak.
Yeah, it seems to be one of the few coolers that are
and it has a great ice longevity, and you know, people have had pretty positive results in their tests. So that's what we just decided impromptu to just go and get one, test it for ourselves.
So supposedly Walmart has them in stock at our local Walmart. We're going to give it a shot, and we have not seen any specific reviews or tests on the version that's got the wheels as to whether or not it leaks when you turn it on its side. So we're gonna just go get it and try it, and if it doesn't hold water,
we'll let you guys know.
We'll let you know, and we'll take it back.
And because it is funny that all the reviews that we've seen on this, I don't think we've seen a spill leak review on the one that has wheels. So we're hoping to go find one and see one, and yeah, we'll keep you updated. So so we're heading.
We were looking at the 65 quart, but I think Walmart only has the 55.
And we have
we'll try the 55, and if we, maybe it won't be big enough, but I think 55 quarts should be plenty.
Well, we already have two, also a little igloo, which is the little 18 quart. Then we also have the larger igloo on wheels, which I forget what the quarts are on that one. I'd have to double check again. And it's a good size, but we wanted to have something a little bit bigger and also an additional cooler if possible.
And even just, we've been thinking of all kinds of ways of making the food last longer in the cooler, and how we could do it, and if we have a cooler that retains the coldness a little bit longer, maybe for like the things that we're going to be using that day, we'll put in the smaller cooler that maybe leaks or maybe doesn't leak. It's not going to be that critical, and that way we're not opening and closing the cooler constantly.
Sorry about the road
The whole idea is we want to be able to make it 3 or 4 days, from the time we leave. Let's say we go for the weekend and we leave on a Friday, and we go to leave to come home on a Sunday afternoon. We want to make sure using the stuff out of the cooler, obviously we're going to be taking stuff in and out. We want to make sure that it can last that long. So we investigated the idea of battery operated refrigerator coolers, and
we may still graduate to those things if we decide we want to go that route.
None of them are going to last days.
Right, and so right now for us the path of least resistance really is just to get a cooler that lasts as long as it can, be as easy to move around, and that we can use as often as possible in different situations.
We do not have a power supply big enough to run a cooler for days. We do not have any kind of solar. We do not have any kind of generator. So that could be a whole other discussion. But the bottom line is, I don't want to spend $500, $600 on a battery operated cooler that's only going to run for a half a day.
We don't want to spend $400 on a cooler at all. So,
but even those battery operated coolers are not really that much capacity. So
we'll see here.
So just getting a decent cooler that doesn't leak all over the place seems to be the smartest and simplest solution. And we're going to find out because we're pulling up on Walmart.
We're getting ready to pull up. So this is how close our local Walmart is. So we're going to head on in. I just want to give you a little glimpse of our town. This is not the actual little downtown, but it's primarily fast food here, and all the little mom and pop restaurants don't seem to stay open. We've got a cute little downtown, but there's no variety. So this is like it. It is a very small town here, and they've got some big. I don't know what they're doing here at Walmart, but maybe this is a change of seasons as well. But they've been redoing things. But so anyway, we're gonna go on in and check out the coolers and see what they have to offer, and we'll update you guys soon. Happy trails. Okay guys, we're in Walmart, so we wanted to check out which ones they had in stock. So here's this one with wheels, which is the 55. And there's only 2. And those are the 2, what was I going to say? Oh, the 2 with wheels. That's what I was going to say. And then here's the one without the wheels.
This is the Arctic.
And we kind of want to take a look at it right now before we... Well, this actually feels pretty heavy duty, honestly. Wow. It's a lot more heavy duty than I expected.
And one of the few that
and
was bear
this
resistant.
is the other thing, you guys. We couldn't find one that didn't leak that was certified bear resistant. That was the other thing. So that's what kind of brought us here today.
We weren't requiring bear resistance, but it seemed
But
like
that
a
was
good idea.
seemed like a good idea, and so that was the other thing. And the wheels aren't too bad. They feel rubber. They're not super giant or sturdy, but you know what? Actually, they feel pretty sturdy. And it's definitely strong enough to sit on. How's it feel to pull? Because Dave's tall.
It's fine. I mean, the idea.
Do you feel?
Do
you feel like you have to bend over?
It, pull it.
Okay. I just wanted to see. Do you feel like you have to bend over to pull it? I'm just curious.
So one of the things that the different reviews talked about was a sturdy handle that you could pull from the side, so you're not
banging the backs of your legs. So those are things that we were like, it seems obvious, but
so some of the critiques were, this is sort of not heavy duty and they might rust and not last long, but this is $129.
And I like I happen to like the attached
So should we get both of them?
cap.
Because there's only 2.
You want to get both of them. Listen to him. See what happens when I take this guy shopping? He loves to buy camping stuff.
And it's white.
And that was the other thing, you guys. I wanted white. I was like, I only wanted white. Well, hang on. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do here, and we'll come back to you. Stand by. Well, we're packing her up and taking her home, and we're gonna check this baby out. Heading back up the mountain, and we're gonna go home and see if our cooler actually holds water. So I just thought I'd take you guys along for the ride on the way back up this part of the mountain. And sorry about the road noise. Ironically, our little 2016 GMC Acadia here is having a little trouble with its air conditioning. So we've got the windows open, so I wanted to apologize for the road noise. Oh, and that's Turtle. I got Turtle. He's our little mascot. At the hotel I was staying at for an event. And that was the hotel in which I met Dave for the first time in person. And that was the only sea turtle they had left at the hotel, because they sell them to all the guests or give them away. And I got the last one in the hotel. And at that time, the sea turtles were laying eggs and being monitored at that time that we were there on the beach in Fort Lauderdale. So that's just Turtle, our mascot. And we're home. And there's I keep calling it our camper, our trailer. And here we are. Okay. Stand by for the water test. Okay, here we go.
I guess we should check.
The moments of truth. Oh, that's a fun sticker.
Make sure that's
checking the plug. And we've been really impressed with the, we've been really impressed with people's reviews on the ice longevity test, so we're pretty confident about that already. So we really just wanted to double check the splash test, the leak test. So here it is, the leak test coming right up. And we just watched a video, and the guy did at least a 7-day test, and there was still ice left over.
In around 65-degree ambient temperature.
That was pretty amazing.
We want 3 or 4 days of keeping food cold.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited. If we can actually get 7 days out of it, that would be pretty darn amazing. And I'm really excited. I'm very excited about the bear resistant. That was really surprising to us. And you know, we are the kind of people that we sort of want it all. 5-year limited warranty, replacement parts available.
And a lot of other coolers, especially the inexpensive ones, are 1 year or no warranty.
And it's like, yeah, we wanted all of it together. I wanted wheels, I wanted longevity of the ice. I mean, who doesn't, right? Ease of use, ease of pulling, bear proof. Oh, and this is a bottle opener?
So this is a
right
little
on
over...
Here. On the latch, yeah. Probably half full.
Or something like that, so
we're going to pull it along and slosh it around and stand by. Okay, here we go.
Okay, do you want to show how much
Here's
it's full?
how much water. About half full.
Close it up.
Try out this handle.
No obvious leaks to start with. So let's see.
How's it feel you pulling it with full of water?
Okay.
And this is a bit of an incline even right here, a little bit.
So obviously, just pulling it normally, it is not leaking water anywhere. The handle feels pretty sturdy.
And does it feel like the water's already, okay, there you go, all the way up to the top when it's leaning? Oh yeah, look at that. Like, not a drop. Other direction.
They tend to leak out of the back.
The backs and the fronts. Normally, I mean, not the other.
I see nothing.
Like, not a drip.
Not a drip.
Mm-mm.
Then we'll do the front.
The back.
Huh? Oh.
Wow. Well,
Not leaking.
there we go. And that's right out of the store. Oh, one little drip I see right here.
And that could have been from
Right here.
filling it.
Which, yeah, actually, here, we'll do that again just to make sure, but I wanted to see if there was anything obvious, but try again.
Certainly acceptable, even if that was...
Even if that's all there is, that's beyond kind of my expectations, honestly, for a
Yes,
cooler.
no drip.
Nothing, not a drip, so.
Now, how well the seal will hold up, we have no idea.
That's a pretty nice seal,
But
though.
Almost every other cooler that we've seen tested, when it leaked, it just was obviously pouring out.
Oh, it was pouring out. So, and this is what shocked us so much about the really expensive ones, the Yetis, and so all you guys out there that own them, you know, like, let us know, you know, does yours like leak? I'm pretty impressed with this so far. I mean, of course, you know.
I guess I could leak the water out.
I'm impressed by other people's videos and their reviews, actually.
So the one thing that I don't like, just to start off with, is when you put the handle down, if you want to see, when I open up this valve, which is also really cool because you could put a hose on that if you needed to.
That's the other thing we like about it.
This is sort of in the way.
Kind of sort of in the way.
No
yeah.
big deal, but it is getting wet, and this does not lock
It
in any
doesn't stay
position.
up, so you can't like
So
keep it
even-
out of the water.
Even if it doesn't raise up completely all the way to the top either.
Okay. So that's a down. I mean, that's a downside.
But
I
it
guess
also
if you want to
means
look at it
water will get into,
into here.
you know, potentially into here and
Yeah.
create rust situations. But
So I guess holding it up, I suppose, while it's... And, you know, that's part of it, too. I think a
There's
lot of
one.
people instinctively would hold it the way you just held it to tilt it to encourage the water to come out,
let me
too.
also note, the top is sealed, and if you notice, the water is not just pouring out, which means it is holding an airtight seal.
Exactly.
The only time the water comes out is when
If it's open a
it
little.
stops, and then a little air gap comes in here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I open it, and I haven't even opened it yet, I only eliminated, I disconnected the latches. It's still holding a seal. So when it's hard, actually,
Hard to open
It was hard
because
to open
it's sealed so well. Oh,
because
there
of
it
the-
goes.
because of the vacuum created by opening up the valve.
And I'll bet if you added some ice packs even on top of your ice, I think this thing would be amazing. I do.
So I'm pretty happy so far with the purchase.
Yeah. I mean,
I would, you know, I can't say I could recommend it, but it doesn't leak. It holds a good seal and works as good as the non-wheeled version.
yeah, that's pretty nice confirmation. So yeah, we zipped right
So
over
you've
there.
seen it here first. The only place on the internet that shows this test done on this particular
At least that we
cooler
could find.
that we could find.
That we could find.
And if it's important to you to be able to have your cooler and pull it around on its handle and have it not leak all over the place, this fills the bill.
And the elevations around here in Alabama are pretty pretty intense sometimes, the inclines here, and even coming in and out of our own driveway. So just the idea of even
Yeah, we couldn't drive
driving,
down,
right.
we couldn't drive down our back
I mean, our driveway down here is so steep
with
that
with a regular cooler that leaks without it coming out.
it would be literally, it would have the back of the truck would have been soaked. So, well, that's a pretty good test, Dave. Thanks. So we were excited. We're excited to use it, and we're excited to share more, you know,
And
more
you
joy
can-
and journey.
We bought ours at the local Walmart. You can buy them on Amazon.
Oh, and it was
For about the same
120. It
amount.
was $129.
Yep, it was on sale. Probably because the back to school time is coming.
Well, that's the thing. I told Dave. I said, yeah, because a lot of that stuff is no longer going to be in stock or available once they start changing out.
But we'll
the
add a
inventory.
link to Amazon to make it easy. And I guess technically we're supposed to say we may get some very small amount of commission to any links that you click on
But-
to the Amazon link.
But nothing sponsored.
But nothing is sponsored, and yes, you saw us go to Walmart and purchase this ourselves.
And we did. That we did.
And if Lifetime or any other cooler company wants to send us coolers to try it, we'll be happy to do it.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. All right, guys, remember, there's joy in every journey. Shall we say, every journey begins and ends with the word joy.
And let me say one last thing before closing. If you look now, there's a slight incline in our driveway here, but almost all of the water has drained out.
And it's,
There's just a
I tell
little
you guys,
tiny
it's
bit.
like dry. Well, that was amazing too. That's a big deal for me too. So and I love having the drain.
Yeah, and even just
It's like barely a drop in
Yeah.
there, and I can see that would just either evaporate or you just dry it out really quick. So
so
awesome!
pretty happy and excited.
Yeah.
And thanks for playing.
Enjoy, guys. Till next time. Happy trails.